Hey guys, it is Damira here from lifewithdw.com. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me for another video. So you may have already seen the kids room declutter that I did with my niece, and so this is the second part of that video in which we do a little declutter and an initial setup of her new room. You just got a peek of the room before we set it up, and so in this video that is what we are going to be doing today. Before we really get into it, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel because you'll find here all things home decor and DIYs, coffee chats, cook with me videos, and travel videos. So go ahead and subscribe now. So this all happened back in November 2022, and on this day my niece was out. I just got in to help them with a little bit of things they still needed to move over to this new house. And while I was there, I took a peek in my niece's room and decided to just do a little bit of that initial sweeping and getting some of her furniture into place, like this bed here that you can see me moving. So I came back that following weekend after they moved in to help my niece do an initial setup of her room. We aren't going and doing anything too crazy today. This isn't a makeover or anything like that. This is just us sort of unpacking some of what she has and again getting it set up initially so that she has a place to start calling her own. One of the first things we needed to do was dusting. The area was quite dusty and they did have to do a little bit of work down there before she moved in. So there was construction dust.
Yep, I brought you Dead Man Fred. You can have him for your room.
I was just planning and waiting for the right time to steal it from you.
You guys just saw Dead Man Fred. So Dead Man Fred is a pen holder, and the little pen holder is over Dead Fred's heart. So that's why he's called Dead Man Fred. And I had initially got him when I was working from home, and I had a little office set up to do my work, and I thought that Dead Man Fred was so cute. But my niece took a liking to it, and whenever she would come over, she would go into my room to find him. So I thought I'd give him to her because she now has her own space. So we're just getting started here, and one of the first things that I thought it was important for us to do as we were unpacking was to sort of dust things off. You'll see me right now just using the Swiffer behind the entertainment center. Again, there was a little bit of construction dust and then a little bit of just regular old dust there. And so if I saw it, it had to be dusted. But we're just doing a little bit of dusting, and while I'm doing that, she is wiping down her DVD and game rack. So whenever we take something out of a bag or a box, I just think that it's a good idea to dust it off before you put it away. That way you're bringing and filling in a space with clean things. And then over in that corner, I did a little setup of all of her electrical cords. So I did that so that she didn't have to touch that stuff. And after doing that, I got started on bringing out all of her game consoles. So you can see her entertainment center. Let me tell you a little bit about that. It's just a plain black entertainment center, but it does have a live fireplace. And by live, I mean that it does emit heat. So that is just a picture of wood burning, and then obviously it has the effects of the flames. That part is technology, just fake and everything, but the fireplace itself does emit heat. It gives off warmth. So on that entertainment center, there are two cubbies on the right and left side. And on this right side, I pulled out all of her different game consoles and virtual reality headsets, and I had decided to put them down there on that side for her. And then the little bag in the corner has her game controllers and other headsets. Next, we moved on to that left cubby. So on that left cubby, we're going to be putting her books and whatnot. So I had her bring them all out of the bags, and this took a while, but what you don't see is that I had decided to put the books down there loosely, and then I decided that I wanted to put them in a little bin, and then I decided that the bin I initially had wasn't working, so I finally used this big bin that you actually see here. So when you're unpacking and setting things up, you'll probably change your mind about where things go and how you can store them, and that's okay. Just do what works. My niece has all these book series sets. It's so cute because when she finds one she likes, she works to get all of the books in the series, and that's whether she buys them with her own money or she asks for them as gifts. But I think that's neat, and you gotta love a kid who reads. It's just amazing.
For the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
One thing about having my niece help me to declutter her space, to pack up her stuff back at the old house, and then to come here and unpack and set everything up, is that she's able to see what she has. When she helps, I'm not just doing this for her and then, figuring that she has to live with it. No, this is going to be her space. So she can see all that she has. She can tell me what she likes and what she doesn't like, what is working for her or isn't working for her. And then it also gives her a chance to go through for a second time and to make her final decisions. One way that worked out was right here with her toys. So I got these two little collapsible gray bins, and they were perfect to put her really tiny toys in. The tiny toys being pieces to larger sets and whatnot. So because she was helping, she was able to go through her toys a second time and to see maybe she really didn't want that toy. She brought it over from the old house, but she realizes that it's just not going to work here in her new space. And so she got rid of some toys that she had second guessed. So we're just working on setting up those toys. And so this is just another great way to do a declutter, is when you move out of one space and into another, as you're unpacking, take the time to look and see what you still want and what you don't want, and then whatever isn't serving you, get rid of it if you can. And then we moved on to my niece's wardrobe. So I know you guys are seeing a ton of doors in this room, and you're probably like, well, why does she have that wardrobe there? Is one of them not a closet? Eventually it needs some work to make it a functioning closet. If you see this door on the right side here, that can eventually be a functioning closet, but at the moment it still needs a little bit of work. So they got her a wardrobe for the time being, and the wardrobe actually works out perfectly. It's just small enough not to take up too much space, but big enough to hold what it needs to hold. So here I am just teaching my niece how she can utilize her wardrobe effectively. With the black hangers, she can put her uniform clothing on those hangers. And I showed her how to fold the pants over the bottom of the hanger, and then to find a matching uniform shirt to put on top of the hanger. And that way she has one full outfit. And then I was telling her that, when she's getting dressed in the morning and she pulls her clothes out, one side will have her uniforms and the other side, the right side, will have her casual clothing. So she doesn't even need to open up both drawers. So I pulled off all of the black hangers and put them onto the left side. So black hangers will be for her uniform clothing, and then white hangers will be for her casual clothing. And we were just trying to figure out a way to make this work for her, which I think it is. And here is the final bit of our initial setup. We wanted to just get a little bit of the wall decor on the walls that she had, so that we can just right away bring in some positivity and happiness and inspiration into her space. So she has this puppy wall decor, and she really loves dogs, so that was just something nice to get put up right away. And then she also has these scratch off maps that I actually have a set too, and so does my brother, and we all want to do a lot of traveling, and every time we go somewhere we scratch off the state that we've been to.
Alright, so far I went to 2 places, Arizona and New York. You didn't want to do New Jersey? Remember we went to Camden Aquarium? I can do it right now. Yeah, if you want to do New Jersey. So you did travel in New Jersey. I mean, I know we live in this state, but when you go do stuff outside of the area where you live in, that counts. Yeah.
Way back a year ago, seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same.
And then I'm gonna tell you some of the states that I've been to. Scratch off New Jersey, girl.
Each and every day, the past is where it stays. Way back a year ago, I've changed for the better this time.
So what place have you been to?
Never be fine.
Let's see. I've been to Arizona. 2 times. Yeah. I've been to New Hampshire and Maine. For what? I've been to obviously multiple places around New Jersey. Pennsylvania. Ohio.
How was Ohio?
Delaware. Hold on. Maryland. I lived in Washington, D.C.
You did?
Yeah,
For
Virginia.
college?
Yeah, for college. I've been to Virginia, and I've also been to Florida. Okay, and I got some things up on your wall. That's nice. That's nice.
The first time I
Your
had that on the
puppies.
wall.
I know you excited about your puppy.
Alright, this is the before. So before we set up her stuff, and all she really had in there was her furniture and bags and boxes. And this is the after. We did the initial setup, and you can see she now has a beautiful and functional space to call her own. So I am just going to show you this space from another angle. And you can see here one of the first things we did was to get that bed into place, and the last thing we did was to actually make the bed because we were putting stuff on top of it and everything. But you can see her room is quite large. It's very long, and near her wardrobe there's actually a corner you turn, and there's a huge space over there. So this was just an initial setup, but they still have so much to do. I know they wanted to get her a desk and make a homework space in there as well, and eventually fix up that closet so that it's a working closet. But here you can see it's a pretty big space, and we had a little bit to work with right now. So again, we just wanted to get that little bit initially set up so that she can call the space her own right away. And I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer to show you what we really worked on, which was mainly this entertainment center and unpacking her stuff. In this right cubby, we put her game consoles and things like that on one side. And then on that other side, we have her reading books and school supplies in fabric bins and stuff. That is a working fireplace, so it does emit heat to bring in warmth to her space. And then we put up a little bit of decor, so we have her scratch off maps that she can scratch whenever she visits somewhere. Right on that entertainment center, we made space for her laptop, as well as the cable box and Wi-Fi router. We added in some small pieces of decor. We did put a lamp to give her more light, and then there was a riser to hold all of her remote controls and stuff. And that's just that little reading and homework section there. Here's baby Jay again, so adorable. And then finally on her wall, we also added in her puppy decor to bring in immediate happiness and some positivity to her space. And finally, you'll see that wardrobe in the corner, which we worked on by starting to unpack some of her clothes. So as you can see, her space is coming along. Again, this was an initial setup and I think it turned out great so far. And it's a flexible setup. So as she grows and changes, she'll be able to change around her space as she needs. So I'm just going to give a little bonus here. Next, we're going to say hello to baby J, and then you're also going to see something that Kai really wanted to show us that she also gets to call her own. So stay tuned for that. I am going to say goodbye here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys do subscribe. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
It's a huge bathroom too. Hold on, let me turn around. There's a closet in here with a lot of space over there. Obviously right now, again, they're still moving stuff, so there's a playpen in the middle of her bathroom, but that's how big it is. And then let me go all the way to the corner. Yep, Kyla's gonna show me her shower. So she turned the light off, right? And look at her shower. Awesome! Oh my goodness, that's really cool. Nice. That's baby JJ, her brother. Hi, baby JJ. Hi.